Rodney Williams, shares of your brand, Moet Hennessy, are up over 20% so far this year. A lot of that is due to millennials. So when did Cognac become so cool with the younger crowd?
Well, it's been a growing trend for which we're very grateful. But what has happened is that millennials really have become very discerning consumers of brown spirits. And Cognac, being crafted and aged, really appeals to their sense of authenticity and mastery of real artisanal approaches.
So who are you taking share from? Is it from port, or is it from high-end tequila, high-end whiskey? Which brown liquid are you stealing share from?
Well, that's a great question. And in fact, maybe all of the above is the real answer. Back when I was a millennial-aged consumer, in the 20s, my 20s and 30s, typically consumers like me had maybe 5 go-to brands. Today, consumers have about 12. So the consideration set is a lot broader. So you have brown spirits drinkers across the spectrum, from American whiskey to Irish whiskey to Scotch, who are very interested in Cognac. And also people who are coming over from vodka in particular and some of the white spirits.
And Moet Hennessy has a fantastic lineage, has a long history. Why don't you talk about what makes your spirit special?
Yeah, well, Hennessy has been making Cognac for over 250 years. And we're on the 8th generation of the Hennessy family. But what kind of sets us apart is we're also approaching the 8th generation of the master blender. So there's one family, the Filieu family, for all of this time that has been leading the blending process. And Master Blender's selection, this new release that we have, is the expression from Jan Filieu, who has been our master blender for the last 50 years and is in the process of handing the baton to his nephew.
And how are you getting the word out? Because this is an old school brand. So how are you finding the influencers? Because that's kind of how they do it in this industry.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you and this time with you because you are an influencer. But as well, we spend an awful lot of time with mixologists across the country, really helping update them in terms of the breadth of the product offerings that we have, from Hennessy VS, which is very approachable, and VSOP, all the way up to our top tier Hennessy Paradis Imperial.
All right, and before we toast, we're going to drink it neat here. Is this the best way to drink it?
Absolutely. Now, this is a blend of eau de vie that you will not find anywhere else in our line of Cognac. They were specifically selected by Jan Filieu. What makes this so interesting is that the nose, I think you'll find, is very floral, very soft, but once you taste it, the taste itself is full of spice and aroma, sort of apricot, kind of like a light toffee to it. Really born of the fact that it sees young French oak. So it has a vibrancy to it.
I love it. Thanks a lot for coming on and speaking about
Here.
it.
Cheers.
And thank you for watching The Street. Cheers to you.